say Nellie Longarms is just an old folk tale, a water spirit, a warning to keep kids away from wells and rivers after dark. The kind of thing grandmothers used to whisper before bedtime, or mutter at children when they wandered too close to the bank. But stories like hers don't get told for hundreds of years unless there's a reason. Nellie is always described the same way, tall, thin, with arms too long for her body, sometimes pale, sometimes shadow, but always wet. She doesn't walk, they say, she reaches. She's most often found near deep, still water, places where the bottom's never been touched, and nothing ever quite feels right. You don't see her, not at first. You see your own reflection, then the ripple, then something else, a second face, a second set of hands. But hers don't stop at the wrist, they keep going. Some say she pulls you under, others say she pulls herself out. I never believed it either, not really. Not until the thing that happened with my cousin. Her name was Mara, lived out in a quiet place, just fields, stone walls, an old mill pond just past the tree line. The pond was wrong even back then. Dead still, no fish, no birds, no frogs in spring. It just sat there, cold, even in summer. Her dad filled it in when she was about 5, not long after their dog went missing. But Mara, she never left things alone. We were staying for a week, a family thing. Her parents were out late. We were just messing around with a torch and some sweets, sneaking around like kids do. That's when she said it. Do you know about Nellie, right? I laughed. I told her I'd heard of her, but it was just some old wives' tale. She grinned. Then say if you kneel by the water and whisper her name 3 times, she answers. Then she got serious. You have to listen though, really carefully, she said. Sometimes she whispers back. I thought she was joking, but Mara, she wasn't one to bluff. She took me out behind the shed where the ground dips down, where the old pond used to be. It was dry, mostly overgrown, but in the very middle there was still a patch that never quite dried. Just a bit of thick, dark mud. The moon was high. Everything was silver, still and quiet. She knelt, whispered once, twice, a third time. Nothing happened, not right away. Then the air shifted. Something moved, just enough to notice. A ripple in the muck, the kind that comes from underneath. I told her to stop, said we should go. She smiled, but I saw something behind her eyes. She wasn't smiling anymore, she was listening. Then she said, "Did you hear that?" I hadn't, but I listened, and that's when I heard it. A slithering drag, like wet fabric on bark. Then a soft scrape of nails across stone. Long, slow. We ran. We didn't talk about it again. Not properly. Not until 3 years later when Mara went missing. Her shoes were found near the drainage ditch behind the house. Water barely deep enough to soak your ankles. But it was cold and still. They searched for days, never found her. But here's the thing that kept me up. The inside of the concrete pipe, the one leading under the road, had 3 long scratches carved into the walls, deep ones, drag marks, like something had pulled itself out or pulled someone in. And lately, I swear, I feel her watching, not hearing, feeling. Like the air goes dense, like breath gets heavy. Sometimes the glass by my bed quivers, just a little. No breeze, no footsteps, just the tiniest tremble, like something breathing through the water. Once I left a tap dripping into a bowl just to see, and in the dark it stopped. Not ran dry, stopped. Then the water rippled outward, like something had risen. But since then, the silence, it creeps in slowly, deeper than quiet. It's like the world holds its breath. No birds, no wind, no hum of distant cars, just nothing. And in that nothing, I hear her. Not a voice, not a sound, just the awful sense that she's close enough to touch. And her arms, they're long enough to reach from anywhere. So tonight, if you wake and everything is still, no creaks, no wind, no distant dog bark, and there's a glass of water on your bedside table, don't look at it, don't move, don't say her name, because if the surface starts to ripple, it means she's already in the room.